Hey everybody, better day today. It's funny since it's been such a beautiful day. It's like about 12:30 around there. The batteries are fully charged. My 6 pikes batteries, and I've been doing a lot of work getting ready for winter. We had an issue with our firewood. The guy called me up and he said, "Well, I can get the firewood to you." And I said to him, I said, "Is it seasoned?" And he said, "Nope." He says, it's fresh, it's green. And I was like, well, that's not going to do me any good because I need it for winter. Can't burn green wood. So now I'm in a panic mode. I got to get a whole bunch of trees processed and stacked and split. And so luckily for me, I have a backup plan. So it just means a lot more work for me. But I got a lot of dead trees that I can easily process that are already seasoned. Have trees that I've beside the house that are around 3 years old that's been cut down and been stacked back there. So I gotta go and get them. I had to take the grapple. I had stored it away. I had to take it all out and hook it back up to the tractor, and which isn't a big deal. But still, those things I had to do that I really wasn't anticipating because I was just going to get 5 cords. I have already 2 cords cut, and I figured the 5 cords with that, 7 cords, which should get me through the winter, which now I only have 2 cords. Okay, somebody just shot a rifle. I think they're just honing, and it sounds like it's coming back. There's a shooting range down there. So now I gotta get a lot of work done. Luckily for me, I got a lot of seasoned firewood. Like, I mean, stacks of it. But I gotta go get to it. They're on the other side of that little trench. So they're over there, the big bundles. And I already started cutting one bundle that's over there. You can see it right there. I've been cutting up the wood there and stacking it for splitting tomorrow. So I got a lot of that taken care of. It gave me an opportunity also to cut down some trees. But the good news was, so the gentleman who came to split the wood, not split the wood, cut the wood down. I had a bunch of trees that were really dangerously close to my array. I could have done it, but I rather err on the side of caution because it's a very expensive undertaking if one of those trees should accidentally fall the wrong direction and hit it because that bends in it. So I called him up. He came down and he said, "Hey, yeah, I could cut it for you." And I said, "Okay, so these 4 I need cut," and he took care of that for me. On top of it, this is what he gave me. So I asked him, I said, "Hey, can you do me a big favor?" I said, "What do you do with all your wood chips that you do for your job?" And he says, "Well," he says, "I take it to the dump." I said, "Can I have it?" And he says, "No problem." So he brought me with this one load. He got 2 more loads that are coming. So I'm like, wow, I scored big with him. So instead of taking it to the dump, he's going to start bringing it over to me, which then I'm going to use this. Now, I won't use this in my raised beds, but I will use it in the trails. And I'll tell you why I won't use it in the raised beds. Because this group of trees he cut were pine. They have a lot of pine needles, and it's very acidic, so I don't want to put it in my food and kill my plants. But this is perfect for the trails I'm making. So I'll be laying this down, which will kill any kind of weeds and growth that will try to come through the walkways. So this is perfect. I couldn't ask. I was ecstatic when I saw it, and then the smell. Oh my God, it smells so good. You get such an aroma of pine. You know, it's crazy how fantastic it smells. So back to the workload now, and I will be hopefully getting a lot done today that I can show you guys some of the work. Just on my way back to my area, I gotta file the chainsaw chain. It's getting kind of dull. Time to do a little maintenance there. Had to get my equipment for filing and stuff out of the heat container. And before I do anything else, I would like to see how everything is going here. So as you can see, these bunch of little trees and stuff will be cut up and processed. They're all dead and they're dried out. They've been dead for like a couple of years. So I'm gonna just use those and it'll clean up this area, which will make it a lot easier for me next year. I got this stack of logs here, but I have to clean up all these branches. So this one here will be processed. I just cut this one. All these little branches I'll cut up to a point and then throw them into the trench. And over here there's a lot that are rotted out in the middle, but they're still good for firewood. I'll just split them. They'll probably burn real fast. But there's a whole bunch here that all I need to do is get it out of it, but they're like 100-foot long ones. So I have to cut them in sections to get them out. And then look at this big behemoth right here. That one there is going to be really nice. Probably get quite a bit of firewood out of that one alone. So I got to come back here to this point. As you can see, there's the root. See it coming out, it looks like a leg. I'll cut that down once I fix my chainsaw, and then pull this big piece out, cut it up in sections. I don't know if you can see how big it is, but it's really big. Cut it up for sections and stuff, and take all these branches and stack them so I can have a nice maybe brush fire going this winter. I'll just burn them all, but I wait till the winter when there's a lot of snow so I don't have chance anything catching on fire. But it's time to do a lot of chopping. So this weekend, get up early and bust my butt all day, and then Sunday do the same thing. I'll show you the stacks over here. You can see this is one of the walkways I started, and I did this because I'm getting my tractor through here. This will help me with the grapple. It helps me dump all the branches and stuff. You can see it here in the trench. Trench is full of water, but everything's so heavy and it's just sinking down, so I just throw them in here. I'm building up a base and then putting soil over top of it. I have a bridge over here that's made, which is, I could now just walk right across now over to this side, which is really helping me out a lot. I'll be honest with you. I've been doing work, and when I have to get over to this side, I've had to walk through there all the way around, and I'm like, yeah, not anymore. So I've built up this, and it's really solid, and once I widen it more, I'll be able to drive my tractor right through here. So these are the piles I'm gonna start working on now. As soon as I get my chainsaw all sharp, my blades, I'm going to clean up these hair. There's a whole bunch of them. They're just cut off the ends, and then just cut them into 14-inch pieces. This just fell the other day. It's been dead for a while, so I'll process this one up here. It's dead and it just fell. You can see it just broke off right here. You can see it just broke off and dropped. So this pile here, going to be cutting up. The roots will go into my ice rink here. It's actually funny. You can see how big and wide this is. And this actually goes down probably about, in some areas, 10 feet. So it looks like a little ice rink. You know what? Come winter time, I may see if my wife wants to try. We'll see how deep the ice is, how thick it is, and then we can skate around here. It'll be a nice little ice skate. It goes all the way down here. Isn't that kind of cool? And up to here. I'm actually, this section here, this wider piece here, is actually going to be a duck pond. So it'll go all the way down to that area down there. So I'm going to be putting plastic liner in it. It'll look really nice. It'll be like a little stream kind of thing. It'll look really nice. I'll be getting pumps in it here, solar pump to kind of keep the water moving. But my ducks are going in this area over here, and I'm building a bridge that we could walk across, so the ducks can go underneath the bridge, and it'll look really, really amazing. I can't wait to get that project, but I ran out of time this year. So here, you can see all these trees here that have to be taken care of, and they're like a few years old, so I'll be cutting those up. Coming over here, and over there has a lot of topsoil and branches and stuff, which I will be filling this area up. The nice thing is, like I've been over there, that's still my property over in that area, and I have not been in that area for, I walked the property line. I haven't been over there in about 4 years. So, and I haven't been through that 5 acres on the other side there of the road. I haven't been through that in 4 years too. So I will be doing a little bit of explorations, and I'll bring you guys along for that. But here's a pile of some trees that I could, take care of. And the funny thing is, see that? See them there? There's a lot of mushrooms in this area. I don't know what kind of mushroom that is, but yeah, I don't think I'd eat it. But this tree's coming down. Now here's one that I'm going to show you that I'm going to be cutting down. It's dead. You can see how tall it is. Now the nice thing about that one, I could just cut it. I don't give a damn which direction it falls in, and I'll process that. So me and my wife are going to be coming through here. I'll just cut that tree down and let her drop, and then cut her into chunks, and then walk her. I'll bring the tractor through here, pick it up, process it. But fun times. I'm glad to kind of show you guys a little bit of what's going on in this area. I haven't been through there in a while either, so I gotta kind of do some reconnoitering. Walking around now. I got a lot of saplings around here that I could retransplant, and which that's the plan. A lot of spruce. I got a ton of spruce trees, little spruce, and I just gotta get the healthiest of them all and move them around. Oh, I would love to get in here. I'd love to get in here, and like maybe next year. Actually, in the winter it'd be nice. It'll be easy to walk through because all the leaves are gone, and you can see all the hazards. But I want to get through there and do some exploring. You know, we've carved out a small section, but I haven't really, I'm just starting to work my way and run trails, you know, run trails through my property here. So in the winter, me and my wife can do walks. So basically winter, I'll be inside showing you the interior build that I'm still working on. Still got a lot of work there to do too. There's my tractor Thor. This thing has been one of the most valuable tools on the homestead. I am nothing but glad that I invested in it, and it's Okay, so you're wondering what I'm doing here. Well, I cut that big log. I'm trying to get it out now. That way I can take it over to where I'm going to be cutting it into 14-inch pieces. But there's so much crap, like branches and stuff like that, that I got to get rid of just so I can get to it. I think this may do it. I don't know. Still got a lot of stuff causing issues. I nearly got it that time. I think I got it. Yeah, I got her. And it's a nice piece too. I don't know if you can see the area I cut off. It's solid on the inside. It's a nice little piece of wood. So I'm going to drop it here. Get all that sand and dirt and everything. Just give it a couple of drops. Clean it off. There we go. Yeah, she's clean now. There it is. Nice piece of wood. Good firewood right here. Now to get the other side. That side has the root on, so I'm just gonna pick it up, cut the root off, and then bring it over here while I have it on the grapple. Before I do that, I'm going to clean any sharp pieces of wood on the ground so I don't puncture my tires or anything, you know. heavy piece of wood. That root is huge. She's twisting the whole tractor. Let me see if I can get it out. I need to pull it out somewhat. Now my four-wheel drive is just spinning the wheels. Yeah, I got four-wheel drive on. I think I'm just gonna have to free it up. I think it's so packed down that it's having problems lifting. So I think I'll just have to kind of clear some of the brush by holding it in place. I think that may have done it. Let's see. Let's cross our fingers here. Whoa! Ridiculously heavy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut that off there. That root on its own is too heavy for the tractor. So let's shut this puppy down. Take the chainsaw, we're going to cut that root off.